Buckingham Palace said royal mourning will be observed by members of the royal family, royal household staff and representatives of the royal household on official duties, together with troops committed to ceremonial duties. Flags at royal residences will also remain at half-mast and will remain half-masted until 8 a.m. on the morning after the final day of royal mourning. A royal gun salute will be fired in London at 1 p.m. in Hyde Park by the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery and at the Tower of London by the Honourable Artillery Company, with 1 round fired for each year of the 96-year-old Queen's life. The palace did not say when the funeral would be held, but it is likely to take place around 11 days after her death on Thursday. The palace said on Friday morning, following the death of Her Majesty the Queen, "It is His Majesty the King's wish that a period of royal mourning be observed from now until 7 days after the Queen's funeral." The date of the funeral will be confirmed in due course. When is the Queen's funeral? All we know about funeral, procession and final resting place. Queen Elizabeth II died aged 96, with tributes pouring in for the monarch from across the globe. As King Charles III steps up, the Queen's funeral plans will be well underway, including a period of mourning, her coffin laying in rest and a final procession for her funeral. The government is also expected to confirm the length of national mourning, which is likely to be around 12 days, from now up to the day after the Queen's funeral. They will also announce that the funeral day will be a public holiday in the form of a day of national mourning. King Charles and Queen Camilla are expected to return to London after spending the night at Balmoral on Thursday following the death of the Queen. Church bells are expected to ring across the country in commemoration of the Queen at 12 p.m. noon. Despite his grief, duty calls for new sovereign Charles, who will have his first audience as monarch with Prime Minister Liz Truss this afternoon. He is also expected to meet the Earl Marshal, the Duke of Norfolk, who is in charge of the accession and the Queen's funeral, to approve the carefully choreographed schedule for the coming days. Royal residences, including the Queen's Gallery and the Royal Mews at Buckingham Palace, and the Queen's Gallery in Edinburgh, will close until after the Queen's funeral. Balmoral Castle and Sandringham House, the Queen's private estates, will also close for this period. Hillsborough Castle, the monarch's official residence in Northern Ireland, will also be closed. Guidance has been issued to members of the public who wish to leave floral tributes at royal residences. Mourners at Buckingham Palace will be guided to lay floral tributes at dedicated sites in Green Park or Hyde Park, with flowers left outside the gates of the palace being moved to the Green Park Floral Tribute Garden. At Windsor Castle, floral tributes can be left at Cambridge Gate on the Long Walk, and these flowers will be brought inside the castle every evening and placed on the castle chapter grass on the south side of St George Chapel and Cambridge Drive. At the Sandringham estate, members of the public are encouraged to leave floral tributes at the Norwich gates, while at Balmoral Castle floral tributes can be left at the main gate. People at the Palace of Holyrood House are encouraged to give floral tributes to the wardens at the entrance to the Queen's Gallery, and those flowers will be laid on the forecourt grass in front of the north turret of the palace. At Hillsborough Castle, floral tributes can be laid on the castle forecourt in front of the main gates. The palace said the half-masting of flags at royal residences does not apply to the Royal Standard and the Royal Standard in Scotland when the King is in residence, as they are always flown at full mast. Guidance on flags at other public buildings has been issued by the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. There are no physical books of condolence at the royal residences. An online book of condolence is available on the royal website.